Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we got something for the Ford F250, but this will work for any vehicle. And what we've got is a RAM laptop mount. I'm going to show you guys how to put this on real quick right after this. I'm not there right now. Okay guys, so I put this piece together and I'm going to go ahead and show you because I was bored at work. So I put these screws in here. This tells you to put the nuts down through the bottom and put the screws in through the top for the ball, but the screws spin because it's not tight enough to hold this. The nuts spin, it's not tight enough to hold this. So I did the other way. I went through and put the bolts through this side, put the nuts on top, tightened it down, and I went ahead and just basically just lay the laptop in here and figure out where these have to be to align them up. So it was pretty easy. And then there's a spring that goes in here, and you just put a bolt through here, a bolt through there, spring part. So that's pretty easy. Don't really need to go over that. It's not that big a deal. So the next thing we need to do is I'm going to move you guys for just a second. So the next thing we need to do is you got two little things right here. We're going to pop these off. I'll pop this cover off right there, one cover, and then come over on this side and pop the other cover. And right inside there's a 13mm bolt. But what we're going to do for that is we're going to take this. This is specifically for the F250. The universal one is very similar, but in this case it's not for the F250. And this is going to go down. Let me take you right there. It's going to go lay right down in there. So we are going to we're going to do that right here. I'm trying to get you nice and low where we can see everything going on. And I've got a 13mm socket. I'm going to go ahead and zip these out. Zip that out. Zip this one out. Don't move the seat or nothing. I'm going to go ahead and stick. Just going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this right down in the hole. Actually, it might have to go under the plastic. I guess it's got to go under the plastic. It's got to go under. Let me see if I can get you in here. So I just lifted the seat up a little bit right there. Just lift the seat up, shove it underneath there, and we put the bolt back in the hole. Start it in there, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm just gonna just like that. Get the bolt lined up. And I'll try to not screw that up. Slightly, okay, get it started. Pull you around here. We're going to get it started. There, get that one in there. Nice and good. Set that down. We can go ahead and put our bottom in first. Pop that in there. Put the bottom in first. Pop it in there. And we've got this bracket. Now the nice thing about this bracket is it's going to move. It's going to stay right there and the seat's going to move. Okay. So the next thing we got to do, so we got to dig into this bag of goodies, and we've got this bracket right here. So this bracket is going to go right on this, right there like that. Now, what I've got is I've got another piece coming that's going to make this a quick disconnect and the whole thing will come off. But for right now, I'm going to show you how to do this right there. So we're just going to go ahead and empty our screws out and such right there. We're going to go ahead and put some bolts through, just like that. And you got some flat washer, you got a lock washer, and you got a nut. We'll put that on there. We're going to hand tighten it down. The same thing over here. Put our, make sure that you want to make sure that the little shank right there is going in the square hole, and put a washer, flat washer. We're going to put a lock washer and a nut. We're going to go ahead and get that down. We're going to do the same thing for all 4 corners, just like that. This is very simple install, not much to it. To be honest, the laptop holder is probably the worst part about the whole thing, but that was not hard either. And then lastly, this may be the hardest one just to get to. Get that in there. Gonna go ahead and put, sorry guys. Then drop your nut. Son of a bitch. That is not the way to do that. Always got to be one thing I got to drop. It would not be Evolving Male video if I didn't drop a bolt. It's God's honest truth. I don't know what size these are. I don't know if it's a 13 or not. 13. I'm just going to go ahead and zip these. Okay, and these got these little plastic nut covers just to keep somebody from whatever. I'm going to go ahead and put those on there. These are going to come off because I've got the OC mounts quick disconnect system for it, but it's not here yet. It won't be here for a couple days, and we're going through the motions right now. They even give you this little nice sticker. Wow. This thing is about $315 for this full mount, but it's nice, and it's not going to look like a hokey piece of crap. Okay, the next things we got. This is for the upper piece that gets tight. So we've got a rod, piece of all thread there. We've got this mount, and this mount is going to go in there like that. See that? Like that. Then we got some more pieces here. We got this back. I literally don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making this up as I go. That's how easy this is. But we're going to look at the directions on this one. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the rod. Let's go the other way. Got the rod through here. We're going to go ahead and put this piece right in there like that. Okay. We're going to take wherever the hell the spring just went to. Spring's right there. I'm going to take the spring. We're going to take this big nut right here. We'll put that nut on there. I did that wrong. There is another piece. Sorry. There's a plastic piece that goes on the bottom. Plastic wedge. Metal piece up here. Plastic wedge right through there. And then this is going to go down. That's going to tighten there, and you'll see that's going to turn and tighten that up. So this is going to spread Damn. All right, this is going to spread in and out. So as you tighten it up, it goes down and tighten. Okay. And on the top side here, we've got some other goodies. There's a piece here with some metal roller balls right there. That's going to go on top of that. Then we have another part here. Another part. And then you got this piece right here. Got this arm. This arm's going to go right there like that. That is not correct. Hold on. I'm telling you wrong, guys. I'm telling you wrong. So, okay. So that goes through like that. And then we got this piece right here. This is going to go on top just like that. And this piece, this arm is going to go on top of this one. This is a lot of stuff to hold at one time. Okay, and then we've got a washer. We've got the ball bearing thing goes on top, and then a washer, and then we've got a handle. We're going to roll the handle down like that. Make sure I ain't missing nothing. These directions are absolute shit. Okay, so now we got to tighten this nylock nut down here so at least a 1/4 inch of the rod is exposed. So before we put all this together, we have to see if we can tighten this down. Just kind of loosening it up a little bit. Okay, guys. So then we're going to take it right here. We're going to stick this piece down right inside there. And then when we get the height we want, we're going to tighten this down. And what it's going to do is going to pull that piece up. And now she's tight. Nice and tight. I do got a box of some other goodies. I'm not really even sure what this goodies are for. Yep. Extra goodies. Then we can take this mount and we can got this on here like this. We take the ball. We're going to stick the ball. Loosen this up. Loosen that up like that. Let me take you in here a little bit. Okay, so we're going to loosen this piece up right here. We're going to stick the ball in there. We're going to tighten it up a little bit. And we can take, we just got to find the right angle for this thing to work. And then we've got that there. Tighten this one up like that. And then, guys, I'm going to go ahead and move this box out of the way. Okay, guys, so let me move you. Okay, guys, so let me move you around a little bit. So I've got a laptop. Already got my laptop set up. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. This is a work laptop, so don't make fun of my ratchet laptop. And then all I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to slide it over. Slide this over, actually. So if I put this right there, and I just slide this over, and there we go. And now, all I got to do is, this is kind of, if I can friggin' find it. Just need to maneuver this thing around. Just turn it to where I get it to where I like it, right there. Turn it right here. You can actually bring it this way a little bit, loosen this up, spin this around. It's got all kinds of manipulation, 3 axes of manipulation. And of course, if I need to go up or down, I can turn this one and this thing will slide up and down. I can get it out of the way if I need to open up my armrest. Right there is pretty good. And there you go. Driving down the road, I can be like a cop. I got this because for my job, I need to have a laptop. Sorry, I need to have a laptop on the move, so I can get somewhere and adjust or get online, do what I gotta do, and then when I'm driving, I can just move it out of the way and be good. So that's it, guys. Stay tuned for part 2 of this. I'm going to show you about the bottom mount, because right now, if you want to take this out, I unscrew this, so you can, without getting the other piece, you can unscrew this right here. Close your laptop a little. The lid doesn't actually close very well, those things, but then you can loosen this up, and you can take this whole thing out. And technically, somebody could sit in there, but I don't think it's super comfortable. So let me walk around here and show you. Let's take a look. So if I was a passenger and I wanted to sit in here, it wouldn't be so bad with it out. It's not terrible. It's not terrible, and you can sit there, but you have to kind of sit with your legs kind of over. I guess if you really wanted to, you could sit like that, but I don't know if that's the safest thing in a crash. It's probably not terrible, but it's doable, right? It's doable if you hardly ever drive and have somebody in the car. But I have people here all the time, so I'm going to tighten this down. I'm going to tighten that down, and I can still swing this out of the way to get this open and swing it over when I want to use it. But the thing I've got coming is a quick disconnect mount for here, and I will show that to you right after this, or actually right now. Okay guys, so welcome back to the channel, and today I've got something by OC Mounts, and this is for the Ram laptop mount that you can see right here on the truck, the Ram laptop mount. Now the problem with the Ram is you can loosen this up a little bit here, and you can, well, let me try it. You can loosen this up right there, okay, and then you can pull this whole piece up because that's adjustable right there, okay, and that's pretty cool because it gets out of your way. And you can stow it in the back seat or in wherever. Throw it out the window. But this is in the way. That is a problem because it's sort of in the way. You can fit somebody in there, but it's not great. It's not ideal. So I got this from OC Mounts, and this is just for the Ram. And this is a quick disconnect. So you mount this to that base, okay? You mount it to the base, and then you can pull this quick disconnect out like that, and well, you gotta take some adjustment. But you basically, this is gonna come apart as soon as I figure out how to frig to do it. Okay, you pull it here, comes apart like that, and you mount this to the bottom. You keep the pin in there, or let me see. Sorry, this is the base. This is the release pole, and then you put this on there like that, attach this pole to here, and then you can pull the pin, and the whole thing comes up, and you only have that little stub. So we're going to go ahead and see how that works. First thing I got to do is I got to take all this crap off. I got to take these little safety nub things off right there. And then we just got to loosen these things up right here. Loosen the nuts up. And it's basically the same process we had putting it on, except we're going the other way. And then take these off. And I did forget to show this piece right here. This right here is just a extra little, just a brace, right? So you just throw this thing in there, put the little foot on there, and that is a little bit of a pain in the butt to get going, but you can work that out so it fits just right. It just takes a little bit of time, and I didn't show it on camera. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move all this stuff out. And I'm going to go ahead and get this off, and I'll be right back, and I'll show you all about it here in a second. Okay, guys, so I got this off, and this comes with hardware. So you basically just use this hardware for that, and you use the other hardware for the other side, I think is the way. Get off me. Let me see. I don't know if these, yeah, more or less. You can use this hardware for the bottom. Same hardware that you took off for this. So we're just going to go ahead and mount this now. The only thing is, where do you want the pin? I don't know that I want the pin. Do I want the pin in the back? Let's check it out. It goes together. What the hell? It goes together like that. So do you want the pin back here? So you can pull that apart, pull it out this way. Do you want the pin here? This is kind of intrusive. That's intrusive. This ain't gonna work. I say to the back, and if you got to move the seat back to pull it out, but I think that's the best bet. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in, and we're just gonna go ahead and put this. I'm gonna leave this one out here so I can put that post on there. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in there like that, and just kind of the same thing we just went through. You're gonna go ahead and put this on here, put that lock washer, and then tighten her down. And I don't think the bolts that they gave me in this pack, I don't think they're any longer. So I don't think it matters if I use the ones that came with the pack. They're the same. Okay, so we can tighten that down there. Put this bolt in the back. This back one's about the worst one to get at, because it's kind of hard to get in there. Just kind of, there we go. Washer. Lock washer, and a nut. The nice thing about this is you only need one wrench, because the screws they've got that little nub on there, so they hold inside the bracket. They lock in, and you don't have to put an extra wrench on there. Makes it easier. I'm gonna put this one in there. Now this one's a pain in the ass. So the way this works is you have to put the foot at the bottom, and this screws into the foot, and then you've got a before you do that, nut fits inside of there, okay, and the foot goes down, and then this goes down there, and you gotta lock it. But what you gotta do is you gotta put a couple nuts underneath first. So you put one nut up there, run it all the way up near the top, put this down, then start to screw, because you have one of them's like a lock nut. I said screw, I meant nut. And put the other one in here, and then you want to roll. You got both of them in here, they're separated a little bit, and you want to come down, get the bolt started outside of there a little bit.
What?
Get your nut in here, flip it over, get that shoe under there, and just kind of roll it in. Okay, and then just when you feel it, you can feel it with your finger coming out of the nut. That's good enough. Okay, so we got that in there. We got this here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the upper one, and we're going to take the lower one. We're going to separate them. Take the lower one, we're going to tighten it up a little bit, and then you got to push down hard. You almost want to pry this up a little bit, or you want to push this down so that when you let off it kind of bounces up, but you really just want to take that. There's a little bit of, there's a little give to it before I did that, but I'd undo it and show you, but that's a pain in the ass. So, and then just tighten it up. And then now you may need a second wrench. So we're going to just put this on here. And we're not trying to drill a hole through the floor, but we're just trying to make sure, there's no give. That's perfect. I'm just going to go ahead and tighten this up right there. And then we're going to tighten these up. And they are not very hard to do. And the bolt is locked in. Tighten it up. Don't have to be balls tight, just tight. Obviously you don't want it to loosen up driving down the road, but just gotta tighten this up right here. And we're gonna tighten this one up. Okay, and then the next thing is this is gonna fit like that. Remember, the flat side has to go up here and the flat side has to go down here. So you got that little nub there. It looks like a little antenna. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the post and put that right there. And we're gonna put a screw up through here, a bolt up through here. I got no words today. Bolt through there and empty out our bag of goodies. And they actually give you some more nut covers. No, not underwear. The little nut covers, little plastic nut covers, which is kind of nice because it dresses it up. It really doesn't. I don't think there's any major. I mean, if you're riding around, if you're in here barefoot, maybe that's a thing, but it does dress it up, so it looks better. Okay, we'll put that one in there. I'm just gonna go around, do all four sides. Washer, lock washer, nut. Just put it hand tight. Come around, bolt through, flat washer, lock washer, nuts, and lastly, can't get this damn, what the hell, get the nut out. All right. Sure. So the beauty about this piece right here is if you want to take it out quickly and not have to have such a large post sitting there, you can. And you could essentially buy the base and this piece separate and install it in multiple vehicles and use the rest of it yourself. Now, you say that's expensive, but not as expensive as buying the whole thing. So I'm just going to tighten this up real quick. Kind of. Okay, guys, so there you go. That is nice and tight. And we're going to go ahead, we're going to drop it down there, and right now, it just slides in and out. So you can see, and you put it on there, and all you got to do is pop that, and it goes in there. Now, there is a little bit of looseness, and if you want it a little tighter, you can loosen off this nut, and you can roll this pin in, this bolt pin thing. You can tighten that up a little bit, and it's a little bit tighter, and you can get it tighter if you tighten everything up with a wrench. You can get it tighter and tighter, but I don't think there's a whole lot of reason behind that. So I'm going to back it out. I'm just going to back it out and use the pin. Okay, and then pop that. Now it's locked in. Go ahead and put your little nut cover things on. We're going to go ahead and pull this off. We're going to put the nut covers down here on these other bolts. We're not going to get one on top of this one because it is pretty close. Oh, maybe. I guess we could. Let's see if it works. And I'm going to take this and just pop them down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Yeah, it hits that, but it's okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to go ahead and I'll put my thing in here. Loosen it up a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to get it to the height I like, right about there. And then I can tighten this thing down. Tighten that down. And then I can still, I kind of leave it a little loose because just a little bit so I can swing it out of the way. And it's got a little wobble to it. See that wobble? Okay, guys, so you can get the wobble out by just go ahead and tightening that up right there and tightening a nut down like I just did, but the camera failed to record that, and there's a little bit of wobble. It is better than it was, but overall, I mean, I'm not going to be driving down the road using this while I'm driving. So it's when you stop, and you don't really have to worry about it wobbling. And guys, that's it. Thanks for checking me out. Thanks for checking out the whole installation. Thanks for checking out the QC mount. I really appreciate it. Check out my other videos. Please hit like and subscribe, and please hit the little bell so you know when things are happening and new videos are coming out. And also, please help me get to 3,600. We're really close. And what else? Oh, reach out and touch me, as the song says. Leave comments below. You can reach me on evolvingemail@gmail.com. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks. I'll check you out later. As always, peace out.